I always believe in manage through metrics. So you need to have metrics in place with the client, which you can share every week, every month, every quarter, saying this is where we are, these are the issues, these are the dependencies, and this is what we've achieved.
Hello and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, the podcast where we spotlight trailblazing women who are shaping the future with their visionary leadership. I'm your host, Sunny Bancholi, and today we are in for an exciting conversation with someone who is not just leading the way, but changing the game entirely. Our guest today has spent decades breaking barriers, driving innovation, and inspiring thousands through her work in the tech and business world. From transforming global businesses to championing diversity and inclusion, Ms. Anuradha A has left a mark on every role she has taken on. With a vast experience across industries, her story is one of that resilience, strategy, and bold decisions that have paved the path for future leaders. So, get ready to hear from a true leader about the power of innovation, transformation, and the kind of leadership that changes the world. So, let's dive right in with Ms. Anuradha A.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you for inviting me for this interesting FaceTime with Leaders session. Thank you for the wonderful introduction and look forward to interacting with you, sharing some of my experiences with you. Thank you very much.
Great to hear that. So let's begin. So, Ms. Anuradha, it's often said that the most powerful moments in a career are the ones that shape us both personally and professionally. And with over 3 decades of experience across multiple industries, you have certainly had a remarkable journey. So, looking back, can you share a moment or turning point that truly shaped your career? We would love to hear how it all began and what fueled your passion for leadership and innovation.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so if I look back and look at what has really transformed me as a leader, and what are those milestones which really stand out, I will want to talk about three I would say instances where it got changed, the trajectory got changed. The first one being the moving out of my comfort zone. I was very young, and just like 5 6 years of experience in my career, and I was a lead for a program. And my manager gave me the opportunity to pick up a very complex assignment, which required me to travel for 6 months to US and really get the client acceptance from the travel. So I had a choice of not going and taking up something which is simple and easy. But then I really picked up that. I was skeptical, but then I picked it up and gave it a chance. And it was really very, very tough project. We had to really spend a lot of effort, day and night, and really bring it to some shape. And we had the client coming in and going through the acceptance, and we really got a very good feedback from the client, and we got the acceptance. And and I also got a lot of appreciation from my management, my leadership. I also got the best leader award. Our team got the best of the best award. So I think, yeah, I mean, sometimes we believe that we may not be able to do it, but then really pushing ourselves and coming out of that zone of comfort is very important. So that's one thing that gave me a lot of confidence, and it stands out even today for me that I could make that choice. And from then on, it was not difficult for me to pick up the opportunities. And I used to remember that incident and then pick up whatever used to come in as a challenge for me. And that really helped me grow in my career. My manager had a lot of confidence, and I got complex assignments. So that was the first moment. The second moment, I would say, was transition to a very senior leadership role. So I did a lot of large team management, but then I was given this opportunity to manage a business unit where I had the responsibility of the P&L and the team and really growing that business unit. I was doing okay from a goal standpoint, my scorecard was green and everything was going well. But then I felt, yeah, I mean, something is missing. I'm not really making that mark in terms of leadership. And that's when I realized that it's not just about meeting your metrics, it's about being effective, creating a strategic direction for your team, looking at how do you collaborate with the rest of the organization, how do you create an impact and a value to the organization beyond your whatever is assigned to you. So that is leadership in terms of looking at pushing yourself and adding value, and through that really improving your brand, positioning yourself, the eminence, the thought leadership you bring in, all that really is very valuable for the organization and for your own leadership eminence. That's the realization which I got, and I worked on it, and that made me really grow from a leadership perspective and got me a lot of opportunities and accolades as I moved from one role to the other. So that's the second defining moment, I would say, transition to a senior leadership role. And the third one is about rediscovering myself, my own life, and my own barriers which were there. I was focusing on work and home, and yeah, I mean, I was doing well. I was able to manage it well. But then, yeah, I had to really look at, am I really comfortable or happy and really enjoying what I am doing, right? So that's when I realized and really focused on myself. I picked up fitness, I picked up learning music, I really picked up a lot of other things outside of work and home. And that made me more effective and energetic as a leader, actually. And that showed that I'm more effective, more able to bring in more passion, and more diverse perspectives to my leadership style is what I felt. So I would say, yeah, I mean, it's a journey, and as we transform from moving from a comfort zone to a senior leadership role to really rediscovering your own life and adding more and more perspectives and experiences, and bringing in that passion. That's the journey, and each of these actually defined me as a leader and helped me grow and pick up challenging opportunities as I lead through this.
Amazing, amazing, Miss Anuradha. Your story really brings to life how key experiences and challenges shape great leaders.
Thank you.
So, moving ahead, with your impressive role in global technical solution designs, you are constantly at the forefront of innovation. But as we all know, innovation means little if it doesn't meet the real, evolving needs of clients. So, how do you balance driving cutting edge solutions with ensuring they are closely aligned with the diverse challenges and goals of your clients across different industries?
Yeah. So what I realized was it is not about just implementing technology for the client. It is about understanding the client challenges. It's about understanding their context. It's about the industry they belong to, and look at what is relevant for them. So, in one of the cloud migration engagements, we the client was just asking for migrating to the cloud, but then it was not just about just moving it, but we realized that the data was in silos, and it was not helping them. Even if they migrate, it's not going to help them if the data is in silos. So we also help them in integrating and consolidating their data layer also. So it's about understanding the client context, understanding their challenges, and aligning the solution to their benefit, and looking at how is it going to help them. So that's the first aspect, right? And then the second aspect is I spend a lot of time on industry research. So we have to be bringing in experiences from the industry. It's not just about saying, okay, this is what it is, and you can, that client is doing this way, or this is how the industry is growing. This is the value you will be able to get. So the industry research and knowledge from there. That's the second aspect I would say is important. The third aspect is about really doing pilots with them. So it's not just about saying this is the solution and you take it, but then piloting it, doing maybe some kind of proof of concept, making it work, and then looking at a solution which is flexible and scalable for them. So basically, all these four steps is what I would say is important for us to go through, so that we are looking at a very customized solution for the client, which is industry centric, which can work in their context, which is realized through the pilot. And we are going into a more partnership model rather than just saying, hey, this is the solution and just take it, and try to do it, right? So I would say co-creation and collaboration with the client, and bringing in the industry experience, all of these powerfully stitched together and coming out with something which is very innovative and very differentiating for the client, is something I would say is valuable and which will help us go with a very, I would say, innovative solution to the client.
It's fascinating to hear how you managed to stay ahead in innovation while keeping clients' needs at the forefront, Ms. Anuradha.
Thank you.
So, with over 1,000 projects successfully led under your belt, that's a remarkable achievement, 1,000 projects. So, in the world of technology transformations, what are the key elements you focus on to ensure these projects not only meet expectations but exceed them? And how do you strike the balance between innovation, clients' needs, and successful execution to drive such high success rates?
Yeah, so I was retrospecting on this question and looking at what has worked for many of our clients, what has helped us succeed, right? It all was boiling down to four key aspects. One is about jointly setting up the vision and the goals, and what is it which they would like to achieve through that transformation engagement. What is it which they are expecting? Many times I've seen that it is very different when we actually start brainstorming with the client, and understanding their challenges, understanding what is it they're expecting. It's very different from the one line statement they typically give. So the vision and clarity of the goals are very important. That's the first thing. Second one, I found you're as good as your team. So you need a fantastic team, a team which is adaptable, which is highly skilled, has the right mix of expertise for delivering that engagement. So what are the skills required, and are we having the right skills? It's important to have a look at that. Are you having the right kind of leader, a program manager and an architect and a lead to really drive it forward? That's very important. The second aspect is the team. The third one is about the delivery excellence itself. How do you execute the project? How do you meet your commitments? So that is, I always believe in manage through metrics. So you need to have metrics in place with the client, which you can share every week, every month, every quarter, saying this is where we are. These are the issues. These are the dependencies, and this is what we've achieved. And looking at this, is a value we could achieve also. It's not just about just giving the client whatever they are expecting, but then looking at what can I achieve beyond that? What is the value I'm able to bring in beyond? So are they able to improve their user experience? Are they able to improve the number of transactions? Are they able to maybe go more in more markets, or maybe increase their number of customers? So things look like those which are very relevant for their business outcomes. And the last one, the fourth one, which is also very important, is continuously driving creativity and ideation and innovation through that in the engagement. So we used to have concepts of Kanban boards or ideation workshops along with the client to see what is it which will help them in the project, which is more futuristic, which will help them grow from there. So it can be generative AI, it can be something around predictive analytics, or looking at is there something which we can do from a cloud standpoint. So things like that, which are beyond the transformation engagement, and which will add more and more excellence and creativity into the engagement. And doing all this with the client, collaboration with them, and really looking at giving them that visibility that this is where we are, and this is where we want to go in terms of future, and really add a lot of impact to what we're delivering. So those are the four things which I would say are very important. The client vision, the focus on innovation and creativity, the focus on the team skills, as well as execution, managing risks, and ensuring that you manage through metrics. I would say are four key elements which has helped. And all of these are fundamental again. It doesn't change. Every transformation engagement will require these focus on these four, so that we are on top of the assignment and we are delivering to the commitments and adding more and more value and impact to the client.
Incredible. Truly incredible to hear how your strategic approach has consistently led to successful tech transformations.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Ms. Anuradha, you have successfully driven higher win strategies and profitability, especially when it comes to bidding for projects. So, from your experience, what are some common mistakes businesses often make during the bidding process, and how can they avoid these pitfalls to ensure a better chance of success? That is part A. And what key strategies do you think are crucial for making a bid stand out in such a competitive landscape?
No, absolutely. I think it's been very interesting. I've been involved in many deals, many client discussions and client orals where we understand why we are losing or winning a deal. And it has been an interesting journey in terms of winning some of the large ones, losing some of the large ones. So we learn from the losses, we learn from the wins as well, because it's a continuous evolution, and technology is also changing, and there's a lot of competition out there, and we if we have to be winning and growing, then we have to be constantly looking at retrospecting, doing the right analysis, learning from those. So again, if I retrospect to see what are those aspects which are very important, for first and foremost is, I would say, the price, right? Because a deal we win or lose because of the price, but the price, as in price, is not just the culprit, right? The issue is the scope of work. So you need to be having the right scope of work understanding. So many times I've seen we under scope, or we do over scoping. Basically, we actually think the client may want this. We add a lot of things, which is making it very heavy, and the effort being high, naturally the price gets higher. So understanding the scope of work and really looking at what is it the client is wanting, understanding the client challenges, and very customized scope of work is very important. The second one being the value, or I would say the value proposition of your technical solution. So typically there are ratings which are given. How much is your technical ranking for your technical solution? What is the ranking for your price? Those are the two major aspects which the clients evaluate, and the third aspect being the capability of the vendor itself. So the second one being the way your solution is, the value prop, and how you're differentiating. So many times when I compare between two competition, the solution looks the same almost. So basically, it's important to see what is different in our solution which will stand out for the client. What is it which will really help the client in terms of moving to their future direction, which is aligning to their strategy. So that has to stand out. One is a solution, but then packaging it all and really summarizing it in a way that it stands out. The value prop really stands out. Uh, Many times we also actually are not doing the right value proposition and summarization, I've realized. So I think it's important that we do that abstraction, we do that, we understand the client, their strategy, and then align the value proposition aligning to that. And I've seen many clients appreciating that when we do it. They're saying, "Oh, you understood us very well. You understood where we want to go. You understood our industry very well, our market very well, and you really customized it, which was good." Right. So that is the second one, the value proposition. The third one being the vendor capability itself, whether the vendor has a presence in that market, in that industry, whether the vendor has the right skills. So that really is important, and the way you partner with them during the whole bidding process, the way you are kind of showcasing your expertise through the bidding process, the connects you are building with them, the relationship which you have with the client, all those matter a lot. So I think those are the three things which I would say are important. One is the price, which is related to the scope of work. The second is the value proposition, your own differentiation. And the third being your expertise and your eminence in that market as a vendor, and what kind of connect you have with the clients. Many times I've seen that the client is not just looking at the price. The client is also looking at your technical solution and what is it, how is it going to help them in their journey. So I've seen them choosing a particular vendor, even if they are not the best of best in terms of the price, but then they've gone with them. And many times I've also seen that. Um, it's also market specific. So in a particular market, they're going with a particular vendor because they believe that particular vendor has a lot of presence and a lot of expertise in that particular market. So it's a combination of all of these, and it's important for us to focus on all three when we are going through the bidding process.
Thank you for sharing those insights, Miss Anuradha. And it's eye opening to hear about the common mistakes and how to avoid them.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I think it's a learning. It's a continuous learning. I've also learned as I moved through my various assignments, various companies which I worked in. So I think one has to be thinking about it. One has to do the right kind of strategy in the beginning, the winning strategy, coming out with your win themes, coming out with the right kind of price to win. What's the price for us to win? Those are aspects which every bidding team has to be focusing on right in the beginning, so that they are looking at the very specific customized solution based on those themes and the price.
Great, great, great. All right, so let's have a look at the future. So, how do you see your career evolving, particularly when it comes to boardroom roles? And what kind of legacy do you hope to create in the next chapter of your professional journey? And how do you plan to inspire others along the way?
Thank you. So I've been a person who has not like looked at planning a lot. I am not a very planning kind of person. I was just kind of taking it as it comes and picking up roles, picking up challenges as and when they come, and that has helped me. No, I've not tried to say that this is the direction I want to move. This, while I know this is the overall kind of vision I have. So when I look at future, definitely the experience which I have, the kind of client dynamics which I know of, the markets I have worked in across the globes, and the way I have been able to drive some of the complex engagements, I believe that definitely in the boardroom roles, I'll be able to bring in a lot of expertise and eminence and thought leadership into driving some of the transformation initiatives for organizations. So one is contribution in the boardroom roles. The second is again picking up more and more senior leadership opportunities. I believe I should be able to really do a lot of impact and value in these, and also looking at from a future, from a perspective of what legacy I want to be living with. I've been already in that journey. I like to be a coach and a mentor to the future generation of leaders. I've been already doing a lot of mentorship, and I would like to continue that journey of picking up leaders and women, specifically in IT, who I can help them with my stories, with my kind of experience, and helping them really get that confidence and that I would say the bold conviction that they will be able to pick up leadership opportunities, and also the focus on continuous learning, because that has helped me a lot. I learn even today. I spend a lot of time on learning every day, 1 hour every weekend. I spend to learn something new. So I think the focus on the coaching and mentorship is all on how can they be confident to pick up new challenges, as well as looking at how can they really learn continuously and build their eminence and their strengths around an area where they can excel and build their leadership career, right? So those are some of the thoughts I have around future. And as I said, yeah, I will pick up as it goes, but I believe there are immense possibilities. There's so many opportunities out there, and I'm really excited, interested to pick up a lot more challenging opportunities as I go through my career.
Great to hear that, and we wish you all the luck for it. And it's truly inspiring to hear about your future aspirations, Miss Anuradha. Your vision truly reflects the depth of your leadership journey.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And then I think what stands out when I think of it is also the passion. One needs to have the passion to lead, the passion to drive, and the conviction, right? So those are some, and then yeah, I mean, as I said, moving out of the comfort zone, picking up. There are choices which come in, but yeah, it's about us. How do we pick up those and really take our career forward, right? So those are some things which are very important for every leader to understand and to take them forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let's move ahead and dive into the subject of ESG and its impact on your professional landscape. And since ESG has become a key focus for many businesses today, so how do you see ESG principles shaping the future of organizations? And why do you think they are essential for long term success?
Yeah. So on ESG, definitely, I'm very passionate about ESG, and every leader has to be, because it is impacting business as well as it is impacting the planet, right? So when I look at the opportunity there, there is a lot of opportunity there, and if I look at the energy segment, it is almost like $5 to $10 trillion industry. So in that way, I'm seeing our clients also very much interested from a business standpoint also to focus on sustainability, on ESG, to look at what can they do to improve their own carbon footprint, what can they do to improve on their own sustainability scores. When we look at 3 out of 4 clients, they are really focused on sustainability. When I look at product companies, they are also looking at how do they make their products sustainable. Specifically, the B2C, the customers are also looking at, okay, is it energy friendly? And so customers are becoming more smarter and more intelligent in their decision making. And then as employees are also looking at, is this company really focusing on the future and making sustainable organizations? So I would say it is a focus for all across the planet. So it is not just a cost center focus, but it is also a focus on business, and it's also a focus on looking at how can I make it more sustainable. And I am very, as I said, very passionate, and we look at what are our carbon footprint scores, how do we make it more and more sustainable, how do we look at baselining for our clients, their current carbon footprint, and how can we improve them through use of better technology, right? And I'm also seeing that generative AI can be a good enabler for this, which can look at the patterns and trends in a particular organization and give the right kind of recommendations. So it can really help them automate and really make them sustainable very quickly. So we've also seen a lot of solutions coming around generative AI around ESG. So I would say, yeah, it's a win-win situation to focus on ESG and sustainability. It's a business enabler. It's a cost. It is improving on the cost in terms of I'm using less of hardware and making it more and more operation OpEx effective. And also it is an enabler which is attracting the consumers, the employees, and the customers. So definitely a lot of focus is required. And as we go through the journey, we're hoping that this is going to improve as we go.
Great to hear your perspective on ESG, Ms. Anuradha. Your insights highlight its role in shaping the future of organizations.
Thank you.
Right, so that brings us to the last question of the podcast, and here it is. And you have to answer this. You have had the opportunity to be a part of Directors Institute. So, how has your experience with the institute contributed to your professional growth, and in what ways have the resources and network helped you in your leadership journey?
It was fantastic. The experience has been really fantastic. And I thank, first of all, the Directors Institute. And what I've seen is that I've been a technology leader till now. I've been focusing on clients, I've been focusing on how do I deliver, how do I give a winning solution. I was never worried about some of those aspects which I learned from this course. It was very transformative for me, and it improved my leadership capabilities itself in that way. The boardroom dynamics, I was never part of a boardroom, so naturally I was very, very excited, and it was interesting to hear. Those were fantastic courses, the boardroom courses. I used to look forward to the Saturday sessions. They were very, very good. The expert who used to be there, I mean, used to give us so many examples, stories, and it was very easy to understand the different aspects, the nuances of a boardroom, and what do we need to do? How do we balance between innovation and managing the different stakeholders? How do you manage the risk part of it? How do you manage the finance part of it? Definitely, it was a great learning for me, and I continue to learn and continue to understand each of these nuances, and also the aspect of finance. How do you manage finance? How do you manage the compliance part of it, the legal part of it? All of these are new for me, and really it was very, very interesting, and I gained a lot from these sessions, and I thank again the Directors Institute. And I also got to interact with many of the industry leaders, and my connects and network also improved. So surely it has been a great learning, and I continue to evolve as a leader through these learning sessions. And I'm hoping that this is going to help me in my contributions in the boardroom. And some of these lessons will definitely, I'll be remembering them when I'm part of those boardrooms, and because it has been very impactful, and great way of teaching, right, which is resonating very well with all of us. And that 1 hour used to really go like a jiffy. And then, yeah, the whole experience of it is also good. The focus on learning, the virtual learning, the focus on classroom teaching, and then giving the exposure, and the way you've been giving books, and the focus on the completing the certifications. All of it has been fantastic. So thank you again. It was a great experience for me.
Thank you for the honest answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy to hear how the Directors Institute has contributed to your journey, Ms. Anuradha.
Thank you. And I continue. I've not finished the course, so I'm still learning the virtual courses, and I'm seeing a lot of mails coming in talking about different things, different topics, coming in as a learning for us. And yeah, I'm looking forward to successfully complete the course and use this institute to help me position. I'm sure you have the right kind of database which will help me get the visibility, and take it forward. Definitely, I mean, a lot of help is coming in from the Directors Institute to help me position me as a director and take me forward in my career journey. Thank you very much for that.
And we wish you luck for your journey ahead with Directors Institute.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. Thank you for the session. It has been very interesting, and the questions were very relevant and customized to my expertise. And I was surprised to see those questions, and it actually helped me retrospect as well. So thank you for the session. It was a learning for me also, in a way.
Great to hear that. And we have a really fantastic R&D team.
Yes, yes, yes.
Great.
I could see that. I could see that. It was good.
So thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Anuradha, for sharing your incredible insights and journey with us today. Your experience, leadership, and commitment to driving change are truly, truly inspiring. And it's been a privilege to hear about your work and the positive impact you are making in the tech and business world. So wish you continued success as you shape the future of global technical solutions and leadership.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was wonderful and very insightful. Thank you for this. Okay. Have a good
Thank
day.
you once again, Ms. Anuradha. And to our viewers, we hope you have enjoyed this conversation and gained valuable insights in the world of innovative leadership. Stay tuned for more episodes from leaders who are redefining industries and making a difference. Until next time, take care and keep leading with passion. Thank you so much and have a nice time.
Thank you. Thank you.